Welcome back. It's been a while since we've talked with No Limit Coin. And in fact, even before the pandemic, I think we talked to Rafael Groswirt, the founder and CEO of No Limit Coin. It was a while ago, and I'm sure you've been through a lot of changes since then. Can you bring me up to date on No Limit Coin and what's happening with the company?
Sure. Yeah, we were there in New York with you. We recorded the video, and really, nothing has changed in the way. I mean, things always change in business, but what has actually changed is the interest in online properties, online assets have really increased. You
Mhm.
can see it in the valuations of some of those companies out there, specifically, of course, DraftKings, which is a peer group that we intend to be a part of eventually. And you can see their valuation has skyrocketed, from 4 billion to about 20 billion. So everybody's betting on online properties, stay at home kind of stuff. I mean, it's a little sad on the why it reached there, but that's what's happening. So
Yeah.
we're energized actually, and we're moving forward with multiple plans, and I'll talk about them.
Yeah. So, well, for those who didn't see the interview that we did at the NASDAQ, just kind of give a brief description of what No Limit Coin is.
No Limit Coin is a cryptocurrency designed to power online gambling applications. And it's very efficient. It moves very quickly. The fees are essentially nothing to move. And has allowed us to develop platforms powered by the coin, which otherwise would have been very, very difficult, including with Bitcoin and other coins. I mean, initially we said, okay, we'll use Bitcoin or one of the existing coins. But when we saw the delays, the complexities, we realized we needed to create No Limit Coin. And as time passes now, as technology improves, we're going to migrate into ERC20 technology. And I'll talk a little bit about that
Okay.
as we discuss.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. What kind of platforms does it power?
Right. So right now we've got a fantasy sports platform. It's hitting on all cylinders. It's doing great. We've got a lot of people competing. I'm competing. Sometimes I do good, sometimes I do not so good. So it's fun. And if you love fantasy football, if you love DFS, DraftKings, Yahoo Fantasy or ESPN, you should come check us out. You register, you get free coin. Then on top of that, we've got a poker platform, No Limit Coin Poker. And right now we put it into maintenance a few months. We worked on a lot of things, and we're relaunching it with an amazing tournament, which is Final Table with Johnny Chan. Everybody knows Johnny Chan. Everybody's seen that movie with Rounders, where he gets re-raised by Matt Damon, and everybody wants to live that moment. Well, now you can do it if you come to NoLimitCoinPoker.com. You try to win a seat at the charity. There's going to be a $5,000 charity event in February, and those seats are going to be essentially given away at tournaments, but you got to go and play. So we're powering fantasy sports and poker, and we're already developing the live casino and the sports book that will come online in 2021. So that's very exciting.
And I understand that it will be able to convert to a smart contract as well. So,
Right. So we're taking No Limit Coin, which is a clone of Bitcoin with some feature changes, and we're moving to ERC20, which is the Ethereum blockchain. But there's some issues there with costs and fees and gas. So we're teaming up with a series of other high-profile coins that do a lot of features like Polkadot, Kusama, Chainlink, that allows us to connect to real world data oracles. And we're going to essentially deploy what I think is the most revolutionary coin out there for betting, which will give you a four-way smart contract, which locks the funds from better A, better B, the publisher of the game, and then we're going to have a piece for the funder. Right now, decentralized finance or DeFi is hot. It's booming because people can now share in the business. I mean, if you wanted to make a play at gambling in the past, you had to buy Caesar's Palace, MGM, et cetera, et cetera. And where did that get you? Nowhere, right? I mean, because you want to buy into gambling, but you've got all this overhead. Well, this smart contract lets you buy into specifically that business. Not so much all the overhead, but I want a piece of your fees, so that the decentralized finance money comes in and says, I want I want to fund that blackjack table. I want to fund the Super Bowl bet. And you get a cut from that. You're not going to be involved in paying, CEO salaries, et cetera. That's what smart contracts do. It lets you participate right in the money-making part of a business. And that's what we're going to develop to invite other authors to come and use No Limit Coin, not just art platforms.
Yeah, fascinating. And a whole new business model, really.
A whole new business model that's going to put a lot of pressure on existing book models, because the prices are going to go, because it's going to be based on auction base. The funders are going to auction off. They're going to say, I'll fund you for this percentage. And the publisher is going to say, okay, I'll give you this amount of cut. And the markets will be found, and they'll be much more efficient than they are now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's very interesting. Now, what is the new company that you're forming? NoLimitGaming.bet.
That's correct. So we're going to consolidate all our properties, all our assets into a new company in order to be able to attract new funds. And you can see in my background, if you need information, dev@NoLimitCoin.org. And essentially, we're going to roll everything into a new company, attract new funds for investors, and get to the point where we can essentially be a U.S. listed company, swim with the DraftKings of the world. They're $20 billion market cap right now.
Where do you see No Limit Coin in a few years, and then the whole crypto world, Bitcoin?
Sure. Everybody asks that, right? So I believe that No Limit Coin will be the absolute top gaming coin out there. There's a lot of good gaming coins, a lot of nice projects, but I don't think anybody has really hit, the chord. I see No Limit Coin as a standard in the gaming world, powering many gaming applications, not just ours, and eventually being a top coin. I think there's something that nobody's talked about regarding Bitcoin, and that is countries will need to take reserves in Bitcoin, just like they did on gold, and every country needs to hold gold. Once one of the big Western countries says we're officially holding Bitcoin reserves, everybody else has to follow.
Yeah, it's great to get an update. Best of luck, and look forward to seeing you back at the NASDAQ soon.
Awesome. That's great. Have a great day. Thank you for the time.